Things are getting very, very serious now. Very, very serious. You know, for the last kind of 4 years, I've been harping on and preaching about becoming financially independent, financially free, you know, not working for a company, you know, not being an employee, because it gives you the opportunity to be more in control of your life, decisions that you make in every single aspect. And that's what I've been going on about for the last 4 years religiously. You know, there's many videos, a lot of content where I've been pushing that narrative, and that narrative is relevant. It has been relevant for the last 4 years. Well, it just became real serious now, didn't it? It became real serious. We're entering a new level now where it's even more imperative that you do become financially free, that you do become aware of what is going on. Now, I could sit here for the next 2 hours, and I don't have 2 hours, so I'll make this real quick. We know that 1% of the world's population control 96% of the world's money. We know that the world has been created in a way where the common man and common woman in the street is oppressed to get just enough money to pay the rent, to pay the mortgage, to pay their car for the month, enough money to pay the rest of the bills, the grocery, and there's a little bit of money left over for a beer and a pizza at the weekend. And if you're really lucky, you get to go on that one beach holiday a year. It's by design. It's been designed that way, you know, to keep you oppressed. Well, things have got real serious now, okay? Now, I'm not saying that I support the individuals that I'm about to name, but these are wonderful examples. Andrew Tate, like him or hate him, I don't care whether you like him or hate him, to be perfectly honest with you. He is a very successful man. He's a very wealthy man, and he has a huge amount of influence, okay? That's probably the most important word that we need to focus in on here, okay? He has a huge amount of influence. What have they tried to do to him? They've tried to take him out, okay? He says he's on his second strike. Next strike is he's gone. There's many other names, many other names. Russell Brand, he ran the narrative that the powers that be wanted him to run. He spat out their sentiment and their rhetoric. You know, he stayed in his lane and told his audience what he was told to say. Okay, so but he's actually telling the truth now. What's happened to him? Allegations. Now, don't you find it's funny that the most heinous of allegations is any kind of sexual allegation? So the Tate brothers, human trafficking, sexual abuse, etc. Same with Russell Brand. Donald Trump, again, like him or hate him, I don't care. But the fact is that last weekend somebody tried to assassinate him. Was it a lone wolf? Come on. A 20-year-old? Come on. It just doesn't make any sense. That's a complete conspiracy. But the point being is that the people that are trying to be honest with the world and tell the world how this world is actually ran are getting taken out because they're not complying with the rhetoric, with the sentiment. The people that run the world are not the governments of the world. So the president of the United States, he's just a figure. He's just there. He doesn't. You honestly think that he pulls the strings? No, come on, he doesn't. There's people behind him telling him what to say, telling him what to do. Right? That's just how it works. And so now I think it's even more important that you become financially free, become more independent, because the clamps are getting tightened on us. You know, the clamps are getting tightened. You know, you try and put certain words on TikTok, Instagram, it gets blocked. You know, it's meant to be free speech. So it's censored. Everything is censored. We are being censored. And we need to do everything that we can to put ourselves in a better position. That's all that we can do. We need to do everything in our power that we can put ourselves in a better position so that we are wiser, stronger and better than we were yesterday. And the world is moving at a ridiculously rapid rate now. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, the attempted assassination of Trump, again, like him or hate him, I don't care. The fact is, the reason they tried to take him out is because, unlike all the other presidents in recent time in the US, who are told what to say, told what to do, Trump doesn't just sit there and take that, okay? He doesn't. And that's why the powers that be don't want him in power, because he's not compliant. You know, the rest of them are puppets, getting told what to say, getting told what to do, probably getting told how to dress. But Trump is not like that. Again, like him or hate him, I don't care. But the fact is, that's the reason they're trying to take him out, is because he's not compliant with their demands. He's telling them, no, I'm in charge. I'm the president of the United States. You don't tell me what to do. So there's many examples. You only have to go online. There's been so many people that have been cancelled. People have actually been killed. And you've got to ask yourself, like, this is not fantasy world, you know, this is not a movie, like, this is actually happening. You know, the Tate brothers, my understanding is that the evidence against them is very, very weak, so they say. Trump, I mean, some of the indictments that Trump had initiated against him, some of them have actually been dropped, right? The FBI has actually dropped some of them. Why would they drop them? It just doesn't make sense. You know, if he really committed these crimes and he was indicted, and in some cases, for some of these indictments that were dropped, I believe he was already convicted. I'm not entirely sure. So convicted, and then they were dropped after the conviction. So obviously there's there's so many indictments. He's got something like 30 something indictments, or maybe even it's more. So it's a lot of information to take in. But the moral of the story is, guys, you're never going to be completely free, because we're getting watched in everything that we say, everything that we do. But we have to do something, don't we? We can't just sit by and allow these people to completely manipulate everything that we do. Now, we're never going to be able to be completely free. It's just not going to happen. But we have to make some kind of stand. And the only way that you can make a stand against people like this is if you have power. What is power? What is influence? Well, that comes from money. If you have money, you've got power, you have influence. Which is why you need to start working towards becoming independent, financially free, financially aware. We're in a very, very dangerous period, I believe, in this world's history. You know, we are literally, I was going to say, days away from World War III. There's actually a lot of experts that have already said World War III started, you know, what was it, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago? Yeah, 2.5 years ago. So a lot of people are saying that World War III started when the Russian and Ukraine war started. That's what the experts are saying, not me, but that's what the experts are saying. World War III has already started. So, you know, it's not a case of let's wait and see. We're already here. We're already going through this. And I'm not being dramatic. I'm not being, I'm not doing this video just for the clicks, because I don't get a lot of clicks, right? I don't have a big YouTube channel, but that doesn't bother me. I enjoy doing them. So even if one person will listen to me, you know, I'll do the YouTube videos. You know, I don't care about how many views I get. So that's not what this is about. It's not just to get some more views, because as I said, I don't get a lot of views. But we need to do something. I mean, a lot of you out there listening to this have probably got young kids, because I know that most of you are a lot younger than me. You know, what kind of world do you want your kids to grow up in? You know, where they're told what to say, what to do. You know, it's just becoming ridiculous now. And it's going to take brave people to stand up and fight against the powers that be. But you can only do it collectively. You know, the one person here, the one person there, even if they do have a lot of money and influence, it's still not enough. So the message for today, guys, is you've got to become financially free. You've got to become independent, whether that's trading the stock market or opening a business. Well, then that's what you need to do. there is no other way forward for this. You know, the world is declining at a rapid rate, and I'm not being dramatic here. I mean, world events that are taking place as we speak confirm and back up exactly what I'm saying. So do yourself a favour, become wiser, stronger and better than you were yesterday, because God only knows what's going to come tomorrow.